Hey everybody, it's Jared Ulrich, the Art Sale Artist here in the palatial Longbox Crusade Studios with another I Finished It, created especially for our Patreon sponsors. Thank you to all the Patreon sponsors. We do appreciate you guys being members of the Crusaders Club. You guys make it so much more fun. And on this episode of I Finished It, prepare yourself, steel yourself. I read a real book, like a book, words and whatnot. So I have to start this out by saying I read Bullet Train by Kotaro Isaka, and I need to thank John and Maggie, often on the Transformers Chronicles episodes on our network. John and Maggie gave me this in the Christmas gift exchange that we did live last December. This was their gift to me, amongst a few other wonderful things, but I finally finished it. Here we are, May 27th. I'm a slow reader. I have finished this book, and it was incredible. John recommended it, and he wasn't wrong. Bullet Train is an excellent read. It's even though I read slow, I read basically a chapter every night, and gosh, I can't remember how many chapters it had, but it probably took me a good month. I mean, last night I was in the last 50 pages, which covered maybe 5 or 6 chapters, and because I was in the last 50, I really wanted to see how it ended. I really pushed it, right? So, but that's the kind of book it is. It really makes you want to finish it. It's essentially the story of a bunch of assassins, underground types, all on this same bullet train, all with different missions, yet somehow connected missions. It's very much sort of kind of a mystery as to how they all connect together, who will live, who will die, who will make it to the end of the train run, who won't. It was really, really good. It was very excellent. All the characters are well developed and a lot of fun. All the situations are good. There's funny moments. There's exciting moments. There's dangerous moments. It's a real breezy and brisk read. I can imagine someone who reads, at a normal speed, not like me, could tear through this in just a couple days. Really, really good stuff. It came out, well, at least this paperback version that I got came out very recently. It's from 2021, and it was, again, very excellent. So, yeah, I read Bullet Train cover to cover. Good book. Thanks again to John and Maggie who gifted me this. So it was originally in Japanese, it's translated in English. That does bring up one thing. This is the first book maybe I've ever read that's written in like a present tense, like the way it's written in present tense, and sort of a different use of sentence structure. Well, not necessarily sentence structure, but punctuation. It's different. It's different from anything I ever read. It was a little jarring at first to kind of get into the vibe of how it's written. I think it has to do with how it's translated from Japanese plus the first person. But once I got into that groove, it was no problem at all. So again, once you get in the groove, once you get to know the characters, it just keeps going. I mean, kind of like its title, Bullet Train. It just keeps going, and you're left with just a fun adventure. It builds its own mysteries. It's got a fair amount of cliffhangers. It starts connecting dots for you. It's an incredibly good read. So again, I'm really glad that John and Maggie gave me that on, I believe it was John's recommendation, and you could do much worse than Bullet Train. I actually recommend it. It's good times. So if you're into some Japanese assassins on a train, see who makes it to the end, the who's, the whys, the where's, the what fors, check it out. So anyway, I'm Jared Ulrich. Thanks again for being Crusaders Club members. This has been another I Finished It, and I'm going to act froze.